so mad that that fucking canceled. I just like had everything typed up and ready to go. All I had to do was hit go, and then it fuckered on me. Anyway, we're ready now. We're going. We're live.
We are live?
Yeah. I don't know. I could be dead, actually.
All right.
Hey, you
I'm
munger.
recording now. Hello and welcome to Apartment Theater, where you're actually in a coma and you need to wake up. For the love of God,
You need to wake up,
please
actually.
wake up. I was doing that to Angela all day, and she's like, "You're going to give me an existential crisis." Doing this. So I'm going to keep doing it.
Wake up. You need to wake up. You need
So,
to
yeah.
wake up.
We're doing the show a little bit later. So if you're watching the YouTube channel, no one's watching the YouTube channel. I just see it, 0 views.
It's okay.
We're doing this like a little bit later because we got mixed up on what we were watching. So I'm now ahead, but Cass is behind, and then...
Yeah, I'm easily confused. We're both easily confused, actually. And
this week has been weird. I thought today was Saturday.
Dude, I spent most of the week thinking it was Friday. Like, every day waking up, I'm like, oh, it's Friday.
Well, I got Friday off, so I was like...
Yeah.
It's Saturday. No.
No, it's not.
But yeah, so if you saw from the title, we watched a movie because Dani is in a different country right now, so we are not able to do the show with her because the time difference, I guess. It would be like 3 a.m. for her.
Yeah.
So
she's on vacation.
Yeah. So
I wonder what's that like.
I don't know.
What's it like to go on vacation?
Yeah. Come to Milwaukee.
Okay. I don't want to, though. It's cold there.
It's like 50.
Oh, it was like 50 here, too.
Yeah, you're fine. It's the same weather, basically.
Yeah.
Anyway. So, Dani picked some movies for us because normally for the show, we pick movies that none of us have seen. But since Dani's not in here, technically, we've never watched them. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to talk about one of those movies, and it is called Don't Look Under the Bed.
It was produced by Disney in 1999, in case you were wondering.
It's a Disney original movie, and of course Dani would pick this
Disney
piece
original
of shit movie.
Yeah. And of course, I've never seen it because I didn't really watch Disney movies.
I didn't either.
Except for apparently Xenon. I saw that movie once.
I don't think I watched any of the Disney original movies, like the TV movies. Maybe like Halloween Town. I think I watched that.
That one once. Yeah.
Yeah, Hocus Pocus isn't it's a Disney movie.
It's a Disney movie, but
it wasn't a TV movie. I don't think.
No, I think it was.
Oh well, I've seen that.
I don't know.
But I thought it was terrible. So
that one actually like took off and did well, though.
Yeah. But anyway, we watched Don't Look Under the Bed. Apparently, this is a horror movie.
Yeah, it's a kid horror movie.
Just waiting for something's kind of scary to happen. I was hoping maybe it'd be more like a Coraline kind of. Coraline's fucking freaky, honestly.
Yeah, it is. It is very freaky. I remember
the first time I tried to watch it, and it freaked me the hell out, and then now it's whatever. I mean, I was in high school when Coraline came out. I don't know. I was such a little baby, though. And now I can go back in time. Hey, how about you watch Martyrs?
Don't do that. This is the most kid-friendly episode we'll have, and we're still going to cuss in it, so good luck, everybody.
So the tagline for this one is, this Halloween, whatever you do, a girl calls on her brother's imaginary friend to banish a mischievous boogeyman who has framed her for his pranks. The boogeyman does pranks in broad daylight, like throwing eggs at your science teacher's car.
Very nice convertible for some reason.
Putting Christmas lights on the roof. Putting the dogs on the
roofs.
Roof. Yeah. Or what was another prank? Oh, putting that your friend likes your brother.
Oh yeah, in flowers.
Yeah.
In the front lawn. Yeah.
Excuse said you wouldn't tell anyone. Why would I do this?
Yeah, why would I make this effort? That's so weird.
Or the spray painting bees everywhere.
Yeah, what was that? Was that supposed to
Yeah.
be like for Boogeyman? Like, that's so weird. Also, like, the supernatural aspect of what the Boogeyman can do, a little weird, right? Like, what?
Yeah,
Like,
he can
I mean, the Boogeyman is an imaginary entity as well, so. But
yeah,
somehow also
he's
corporeal.
imaginary, but he can also manipulate things in
The real world. Yeah.
But so could the imaginary friend character as well, which I was really confused by that
Yeah.
too. But
Yeah.
this is a very
it's a very
90s movie.
It is. It is a very Disney 90s movie. I think like the special effects in the movie, like the makeup and stuff, I don't know, it may have looked different on Justin's version, who actually watched it on Disney Plus. I did not. Like the special effects seemed pretty decent, like in terms of makeup and stuff. Like they were, it was fine for the 90s.
There was definitely some obvious like green screen.
Oh
stuff.
yeah. Yeah,
but
definitely.
I was impressed by the sets that they made, like when they go into the boogie world.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, like with the giant sandwich and stuff. I was like, oh my god, they actually like made a set.
Yeah,
like, it feels weird that that's like a revolutionary thought there.
Right?
They actually made something.
They actually made a cool like under the bed sort of set. Yeah.
Yeah, now it'd just be a CGI nightmare, which I mean, there was still plenty of that in this.
Yeah. But
yeah,
it was more practical back then to actually have like a practical set. So it was cool. Like, the acting wasn't the worst in it for children actors.
Wasn't good either, but the way that she was narrating, it sounded very like
Clarissa Explains It All.
I was thinking it sounded like a Brazzers video or something. Like
what?
Yeah, no, like do you know what Brazzers is, right?
No.
It's porn.
Okay.
It's
like funny
porn.
that you call it Brazzers because I call it Brazers.
Brazers? No, they say it at the beginning. They're like,
I've never watched one. I've only ever seen the logo on stuff.
But okay, well, at the beginning, they go Brazzers.com, the world's best, whatever. Anyway,
okay, so I'm just making up how to say it, which is normal for me anyway.
The boogeyman is doing all of these things, and the imaginary friend, I don't know why she can see her brother's imaginary friend.
I don't know.
And I guess it just kind of out of desperation, but there was like a link to it because the little brother had a bone disease or something, and she couldn't.
He had leukemia.
He had leukemia. I must have missed the part where he had leukemia.
It's like one line and that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That must have been when I was like, I don't know, just drifting off.
Yeah, so her little brother had leukemia, and the other older brother, and I don't know. Oh yeah, the older brother is like the eldest of the kids, because he's supposed to go off to college soon.
Even though he looks like he's younger than the sister.
Yeah.
It's weird. He doesn't look like he's going to college.
No, he doesn't. But he was a donor match for the younger brother, but she wasn't.
Yeah.
And so there was emotions about that.
I love that the sister tells the little brother to just stop believing in things.
I know. As like her...
You're dying. Stop believing in things.
Yeah, you need to grow up. Stop having an imaginary friend.
You have leukemia.
Yeah.
Grow up.
What a shitty older sister.
Yeah, but she skipped a grade, so that means she's really smart.
Yeah, that's the beginning of this movie, is that she skipped a grade, so now she's in high school. Ooh.
And then you realize everyone's in high school is a moron too. So
Yep, exactly. Nobody in high
doesn't
school is
matter.
interesting either, so.
Turns out we're just morons forever.
Yeah, actually. You never grow up. That's fake. You don't need to. I mean,
You
you
would
still have to
think
like
that
pay bills and shit, but like,
we're in our 30s and we're watching a Disney Channel original movie from the
yeah,
90s. Like
yeah,
things don't matter. We're just in a coma.
yep,
Wake up.
yeah. Can we talk about the like weird progressive part of this movie?
Okay, so the twist at the end is that the boogeyman was actually the main character's
Imaginary friend.
imaginary friend named Zoe.
Mm-hmm.
And so boogeyman, boogie person. Whoa. And then
She was a
I was
boogie
like, I
person.
can't believe it. We have a trans icon in this movie.
We really do. Because
What a
when she's Boogie,
she's
she's
a
a man.
And then
And
becomes
then
a woman.
becomes a woman. She goes through many phases.
Yeah. She becomes her true self.
Yeah.
Oh my god, how
It's wild.
progressive.
I know.
Huh.
Crazy. I mean, I thought that was like funny. I was like, oh, this movie would not pass today. People would be so mad about this for so many dumb reasons.
This came out 25 years ago.
I know. Like,
That
it's
feels weird.
I know.
I don't like that.
No, I'm still 24. I don't know what you're talking about. I've been.
We look the same.
I know.
Like we haven't. I mean, then again, if we look back and I was like, oh god, no, we look.
Yeah, I think
there
20.
was so much light in our eyes. What happened?
I don't know
Bulb
that
went
there was
out.
any light in my eyes ever.
That's.
I had
That's
less
true.
forehead wrinkles.
Oh my god.
That's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this movie was cute. I think it's great for kids. I think you could mindlessly watch this at a party. There was some like really weird jokes in this too, and like some really bad like puns and stuff.
Oh my god, it was chock full of it. Also, the library scene didn't really make a whole lot of sense because
No, I really didn't.
they were telling the kids to shush shit. There's this big fucking TV
That's making all
blasting.
kinds of noise. Yeah,
I'm
I'm like,
like,
what?
What is happening here? And then I was thinking, for some reason at one point, because he's like in the TV and he's talking to her, and he's like, I don't know, they're just saying whatever shit. And all I was thinking was that like that David Blaine parody video where I was there when you were born.
Yeah.
Like I was really hoping some like mind fuckery stuff was gonna start happening.
Oh, that would have been great.
And then I was getting ideas of like what could this movie look like if it wasn't a kids movie. Turns out she is crazy. She is losing her mind. She opens up the pot for the boogie juice and it's actually like her brother in there or something. It was like,
Oh
ooh,
yeah, that would have been crazy.
yeah. But yeah, that was the other thing too. They're making boogie juice. It smells like shit apparently, so that's fun. But yeah, he the main imaginary friend guy,
Larry
Larry
Houdini.
Larry Houdini, he becomes a boogeyman because people just stop believing in him, and then people start believing in him, and he's not a boogeyman anymore.
He's not a boogeyman anymore. Apparently,
Yeah,
that's all it
and
takes.
the thing to defeat the big boogeyman was I honestly can't really figure out what the fuck it was. It was like a
she just
huge thing or something.
Oh, there was like some sort of crazy invention thing that was
Yeah,
supposed to
yeah.
like help defeat him, but that's not actually what defeated the main boogeyman at all, or boogie person, if you
It was
will.
the power of friendship.
It
and
was the
love.
power of friendship and love. Justin, did you have an imaginary friend when you were little, when you were a kid?
I feel like I talked to like my hand.
Hello, hand.
Not like like I would. Okay, this is gonna be. I've never told anyone this before.
Oh my god, yes. The real tea. The real tea. Give it to me.
So I would make like a little wolf thing,
Yeah.
and then I would like kind of like I wouldn't like talk to it, but I would think that it was talking to me. Like I would like move it around and stuff, and then I would think that it was talking to me. But yeah, also,
Nice. I like it.
I would think about like imaginary places to go.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember one time I was sleeping in bed, and this is when my dad was living with his parents, my grandparents. Uh, so there was one bed that he had like he has his bed, but like we didn't have anywhere else to sleep. So my brother and I had to sleep in the same bed as our, and I was like 8.
Mm.
So, but like I remember him snoring as loud as possible because that man, I hope he has something to fix that now because oh my god.
The sleep apnea is real.
But I remember taking my hand though, and like it was touching the floor, and then like I kind of just acted like my hand was a person, and so
Yeah.
it was just kind of like walking around under the bed, just like
Mm-hmm.
like side to side because like that's where like my arm was hanging. So like I guess that was like my imaginary friend thing. So yeah, and I guess it makes sense of why like I've become more obsessed with like if I play a game and it's like you're like looking through like little crevices and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
it's like probably like a childhood thing of like, oh, let me see
Mm.
what's in here.
Yeah. Discovering
So
a cute little world.
yeah, yeah. Like I remember playing a game called Grow Home, and it was like, wow, this is what I wanted to play as a kid so badly. Because yeah, you would just like crawl around on stuff, and it's like, what the fuck is this?
Mm. Yeah.
But, yeah,
My
nice.
imaginary friend was in fact a collection of frogs.
There's actually a frog place near here.
Nice.
You know what
Like
it's called?
what?
You're gonna love it. It's a
Oh,
pun.
oh no. What is it?
Totally frogs.
Amazing. Perfect.
Yeah,
I love
it's
it.
spelled like TOAD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cute. Love
It's
it.
beautiful. And every time I drive past, I'm like, God, Cass has got to go to this place.
Hell
It's
yeah.
amazing.
Do they sell
Good shit.
frogs? Like, or is it just
I
like
think
frog
so.
stuff?
I think it's both.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
not really sure.
I
I've
mean, that's
asked
exciting.
about it, and Angela was like, I've never been. And they're like, why would you not go into a place called Totally
Yeah,
Frogs?
totally frogs. Yeah,
Totally Frogs.
it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I had like a bunch of frogs. There was like 15 of them or something. I
It
don't
was just
know.
a pile of frogs.
Yeah, they would
that
just
talk to
follow
you?
me around. And they wouldn't talk to me. But I would talk to them.
Is it
And
like they're formed together, kind of like a megazord of frogs,
a
or is it
little
like a trail
sometimes
of frogs?
both.
Whoa!
Both could happen. Yeah.
I like
Uh
Voltron of frogs.
Now I just talk to myself. I don't actually talk to anyone.
Same.
I just talk to
Yeah.
myself out in public. It's fine. Or I talk to my friends in my head. Like I'll say stuff out loud, but then I hear their voice in my head, like in response.
Dude, I think we might have schizophrenia.
I don't think so. Apparently that's kind of normal. No, yeah, like I can, depending on how well I know you, which I think I know you pretty well enough at this point. Like I can hear
Me?
your voice. Yeah, I know. I can hear
We've
your
only known
voice
each
in
other
my
for
head.
what, like 10 years?
Yeah, something like that.
Oh my god.
But like,
It's 10 years.
it's been a long time, dude.
Yeah.
Like if there's something like externally happening that I'm like, oh, I should ask Justin about this, I will like ask the question like sort of out loud, like not like out loud, but I'll like mumble it, and then I'll hear your response in my head, what I
Yeah.
think you would say. Or like I'll do that with like clothing options, and like I'm like, oh, I need Dani's opinion on this, and I'll like think about it, and I'm like, she's just gonna tell me to get it, and then I'll still end up messaging her about it to see like what she says, and I'm usually right that she's like, oh, it's cute, get it. I'm
She's
like,
also not. Danny is really bad about being like the
Frugal.
the voice of reason.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, 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 yeah.
She will just tell you to just get whatever.
She
I
will.
think she was doing the same thing in Boston. It's like, oh, that
Mm.
looks pretty cool. You should get it.
You should
I'm
get
not spending $200 on this.
it.
Get
It's because
outta here.
she wants people to do things that make them happy. That's what it is. And
Yeah,
so she encourages people to do things that make them happy.
yeah.
You know?
Angela's like the same way. It's like, you should get this because like you like it. It's like
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a within reason
Yes.
thing. So it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, this is great, but I also
Mhm.
have other things I need to do, and I have other things I need to take care of
Yes.
first before I do this.
Before I splurge on this, yes.
So yeah, so I've been telling her to like cancel like subscriptions and shit that she doesn't use, and
Definitely.
then she's telling me to like ease up on myself a little bit more,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, both people like
Mm-hmm.
we're talking about it. They're like, you guys, this is really good for you guys, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
how is this good? And I'm like, oh wait, it's like
You're balancing each other out, yeah.
balance. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's a weird dynamic. I don't know,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
imaginary
yeah.
friends. You should live a life in imagination. It's okay
Hell
to
yeah.
dream and have stuff, dreams, and imagine things. I play imaginary with my friends almost weekly, so
In my head.
in my head. No, I play D&D, man. Most of that's theater of the mind. Come on now.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about the streaming stuff. I kind of just like
Mm-hmm.
they're there. I
They're
think.
there. They're there. There's an
Or I'm
audience
in a
out there
coma.
somewhere. But yeah. This
Yeah.
movie's cute.
Yeah, there's not really much to it. I mean,
No, there's not. I mean,
it's for kids. Like
Mhm.
this is like a purely kids will like this thing. It's not really like a
yeah. I feel like this would be a good, like, young kid introductory to, like, spooky stuff. Like, if you haven't already dipped their toes into, like, child's play and stuff at this point.
I think the first horror movie that I can remember, Child's Play is definitely one of them.
Yeah, that's one of them for
Scared
me.
the shit out of me. My dad made fun of me for so long. And then
Didn't scare me.
Stir of Echoes with Kevin Bacon in it.
Don't think I saw it.
There's so basically a woman gets murdered in
Mhm.
this house, and the people that murdered her, they put her body in the wall, like they buried her
Mhm.
body, and like because it was a house under construction,
Mhm.
and so she haunts the place.
Mm.
And the way that they're able to get to her is through a seance that Kevin Bacon goes through.
Mhm.
And so he's constantly seeing her in like messing
Mhm.
around. So she's like a ghost thing, and yeah, he unveils the mystery of like what happened to her, because he's like, what the fuck happened to you? And yeah, I was so scared of that movie. We were supposed to watch Bowfinger, the comedy movie with Steve Martin and Eddie Murphy in it,
Yeah.
but they kept cursing, so that my mom and my dad were like, we're gonna stop watching this one because all they're saying is dick and shit and whatever, and I didn't get what was going on because I'm like, I'm 8. I don't know.
I made.
what the
I
hell's
don't know.
going
I
on.
don't understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then they put on this movie and we watch all of that, and I'm scared out of my mind. But I also wanted to know what else is gonna happen. I'm like, well, I gotta know what
Mhm.
happens. So
Mhm.
I'm like, oh my god, I'm so scared. I thought people were in the walls. Oh my god! But now it's a movie I recommend to people because it is a really good movie. It's
Yeah.
just don't watch it when you're 8 years old.
Okay, so I need to watch Stir of Echoes. Apparently,
I'm surprised you haven't seen
I'm
it.
surprised I haven't seen it either. I may have, and it may have just been a really long time, and I don't remember it.
Don't watch. Just make sure that you don't watch the one that was. It was. I remember watching it again, but it was on like TNT or something,
Oh.
and they cut out so much stuff, so much of like the scarier stuff in it, because there was some real fucking creepy shit in that movie. And yeah, they were just cutting all it. I'm like, where's the rest of the movie?
Yeah. Yeah. Weird.
But yeah, no.
Don't forget about Fire in the Sky or whatever the hell that movie was.
We watched that. Yeah,
I
that
know.
freaked me the fuck out too.
Yeah, when we were kids, and then we watched it as adults, and we're like, this is dumb. We got so mad. Both of us. We watched this entire movie for a 5-minute scene. That's kind of spooky.
That was a cool scene though, but
yeah.
the rest of it was just terrible. But yeah.
Yeah.
God. But yeah, there wasn't really much to this movie. Yeah, I mean, if you want to get a kid like that's like 6 years old and start to get them into spookier things, like if they like Halloween time,
Yeah.
like this is a pretty safe movie. And then I guess you can work up slowly.
Yeah.
Through that, don't just throw them into Martyrs. God, could you imagine that? Fucking scar the shit out of them.
I mean, but just think, like, it would scare the shit out of them, but I feel like they would either be afraid of everything forever after that, or they would be so hardened that, like, nothing would scare them.
I scared the childhood straight out of them.
Yeah.
He started doing his taxes after I showed him that movie.
Yeah, that would be pretty funny.
But yeah, no, that's yeah, I was thinking like Monster House is also like a good like
it's a good starter one.
You're getting same with Coraline as well.
I hate Monster House though.
You didn't like it?
No. Okay, it's not so much that I didn't like it. It's that I think it's Cartoon Network would play it like on repeat. During like Halloween for like a month straight, and it just got so awful because I used to basically only have Cartoon Network on my TV, and so when you've seen Monster House for the 67th time in a week, it's like, okay, fuck this movie. Like, please put on Scooby-Doo, please put on anything else, please.
I was about to say Scooby-Doo I think was the one for me that I felt like was on
all the time.
That's another good kid horror movie. It's a little scarier, you know.
What is it, Scooby-Doo and the Cat Island or
Zombie Island?
Zombie Island. Oh, okay.
There are cat people.
There are cat people involved, but
I don't remember why there was cat people, but
they're the zombies. They're like the witches that are like controlling the zombies or whatever.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. It's been a while since I've watched it. So.
That one was a super fun movie. I liked it because it was I think it was the first Scooby-Doo movie that they were like, oh, the villains are real. Shit.
Yeah.
And the monsters are just poor innocent souls. Shit. It was great.
Poor innocent souls.
Yeah. It was fun.
Yeah, I guess that's it for this movie. Oh,
yeah,
really I was gonna read you this little thing I saw on
the blurb
for this.
Yeah, go for it.
Because so at the end of the movie, what's his name? Larry and Francis they kiss for some reason because they made that happen because Zoe and Francis were pretty gay. And so to put a little case of the not gays in there, like they're not gay, they're friends. Like,
sure.
Are you sure?
Yeah, she definitely didn't imagine herself a girlfriend as a kid.
And this is what someone said. What if we kissed and you're my brother's imaginary friend? Haha, JK, unless.
That was so weird. It was so weird. I'm like,
out of nowhere. It's like, why are you doing this?
Like,
oh my god, a boy is like looking at me.
Yeah, I'm like,
this guy looks like. Did you? Okay, sorry. We're gonna
go
in
for
the
it.
Cafeteria at one point. Did you see the kid with the like shitty little like dreads? He looked like he was in the movie Hackers.
No, I wasn't paying that much attention.
He looked like he would play it in a Korn cover band.
Perfect.
Yeah,
amazing.
I don't
love it.
What would a Korn cover band be called? Peas? All right, that's it.
It would be called Cobb.
Cobb. Oh fuck, that's better.
Or
It'd be
or Shuck,
Kob. Well, actually,
right? Well,
like,
because that's the
you say
action of
Chuck.
no Shuck, because you shuck corn when you're pulling it all the leaves and stuff off.
How do you spell that?
Fuck, I don't know.
Shuck.
I think that's what it is when you're like shucking corn.
Shucking corn. Shuck corn. How to shuck your corn. Fastest way to shuck corn. Okay, I was like, oh, well then.
Yeah.
I was thinking, forget it. It doesn't matter. All right, well, this is the episode.
This is the episode.
Ta-da.
Ta-da.
We went on a side tangent.
Many side tangents. We started
Started
talking about
it kind
corn.
It kind of worked in with it all. But look out for if you watch this movie, well, look out for him. He's there.
Mm-hmm.
Or is he?
I don't know.
He's an imaginary friend. What if everyone was just imaginary in the movie?
I think so. I think everyone was imaginary, and this girl is going through a bout of psychosis.
Yeah, yeah.
Or maybe she's in a coma.
Just like how you were in a coma. You need to wake up.
I need to wake up. That'd be great.
Before Cass falls asleep.
I'm so fucking tired. I have to go to work tomorrow, too. Ugh.
Oh, God. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right, let's wrap this thing up. So,
Yeah,
so you should
get
always
us outta
wrap it
here.
before you tap it. So
You
make
should.
sure to follow us on Spotify and follow us on YouTube as well, because that's the main things that we're on. And you can comment on those if you like the show.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. If you don't, sorry. Oh, rate us on Spotify as well, or anything that you use, just so that we know you're there.
Yeah.
Just rate us.
Mm-hmm.
Please rate us 5. That would be great. You don't have to, but it'd be nice if you did, because it does help us out.
Mm-hmm.
And if you made it to the end of the episode, once again, thank you so much for listening to us on our bajillionth episode here. We've been doing this for a little over 2 years now.
Yeah, we have.
We're like at like the 2 year, or it's insane. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I did. Who would have thought?
I know.
Who would have thought? We had 2 giant breaks, but you know we're here still. We're still doing it. So.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anyway, as always, get